Hi, this is me. I got real. I'm having a really hard day. I go to work for my weekend job in an hour and a half, and I got a bunch of billing and charting to do, and a bunch of eBay to do. And I thought I could just hold on to that for a few more months, do all my past billing before they expire in 180 days from the date of service. And a lot of patients, I had insurance issues, or they changed from one insurance to another, which they don't cover me. There's some lost in the system where they called and said everything's okay, and then you would get on the system and see it not work, and then the next day you look and like retroactive then it was active, like all of these weird things. So I never got paid for any of these visits. So I was going to make a video called Raw Food Doctor, 3 years raw food, and I was going to tell you guys that in the 3 years, I've eaten Bragg, liquid amino, Bragg, nutritional yeast, and I've done those two as a supplement of, but it's vegetarian because the diet is vegetarian because of honey and other bee products, um, and I don't consider that vegan, but like vegans and vegetarians who don't eat meat or dairy can have B12 deficiency that can happen after many, many years. Like you literally, like according to what I learned in medical school, it's like 10 years. Your body like kind of hoards it, but your body when it's like like you talk about disease, disease. You're not at ease versus at ease. Your body has a lot of its own enzymes. Your body, I have to duct tape my foot together again. Your body has a lot of its own medications and um, like it's got its own, it has opioid receptors. Of course you'll be affected by opioids, but it also has ability to have an innate or a inner pain relief issue. Like there's a reason somehow when our bodies were created, I believe in a creator, to feel pain. If something is pinching you when you're walking through the woods, like you're getting on what do you call it, like a blackberry bush, you could feel that and you learn. This is the first time you do it. Ooh, that's sharp, that hurts. Instead of tearing up the integrity of your skin. And so I know that when you're not in dysbiosis, so when your GI system, basically from mouth, head to tail, I gotta put like something on my foot because I'm about to scratch the heck out of it right now. When you are in a healthy immune system, or a healthy GI system, immune system too, a lot of your immune system is in your GI, you can create B12 from the bacteria in your system. And in medical school, I was like, nobody ever makes enough omegas. There's 3, 6, 9. Some are inflammatory, some are anti-inflammatory. Mind, you can use fish oil, mind medicine. They say, if you have wide hips, you can make more of your own healthy omegas and stuff like that, and have greater brain function. And part of it is you producing it with the basic building blocks of what we need. So people want to eat a lot of protein, weightlifters want to eat a lot of protein, you could see they're buff, see the opposite of me, dysbiosis disease, you could see my flabby muscles. And these people would also take protein powders to get a lot, but a lot of that is stressful for the kidney, and it breaks it down to amino acids. And your amino acid is your little Legos, and your peptides get broken down, peptides. You build this and build this until your body wants the protein that it wants. So you got tryptophan, you have all of these amino acids, tyrosine, and all this stuff. So people will think, oh, everybody says you need such and such amount of protein a day. If you're vegan and you're not pregnant, you need, but in order for your body to utilize, you have to break it down. Now, you also want calories, but your brain uses glucose. So people pretty much would scold me, and this recent weight loss has been due to poverty, but people would scold me if when they find out, like, for instance, I went to a weight loss group for a couple years, and people would scold me because I ate what the magazines and the pamphlets said not to eat. High fat, chocolates, straight up, all these antioxidant nuts, lots of them. Like, I did a lot of oils. At the time, I was eating butters and cheeses. And my weight went from 223 to like 170 something pretty quick. I won an award at one group. I moved to the other side of town. I went to other group. They took the award from me and gave it to somebody else. But in my division, I should have got the award. They said, oh, you have to be active member in this group. What it is actually an active member in the worldwide. So you pay your dues every year and you stay active. And if you move, I read the fine print years later, and I didn't want to strip somebody of the award. But I literally would have had the reward, and the awards build up until you go to their big pageants where people wear gowns and suits and stuff. But I said, whatever. I did what people don't do, and a lot of old people were really good at tweaking theirs. So the people that stayed at their level of goal weight or under, I believe a lot of older people, once you get a certain age, you get, like a woman gets menopausal, your metabolism slows, but then it's like you keep going at a certain age, and then it's like your body doesn't absorb. So then you're like, people will literally die of malnutrition. You could be not in poverty like me, but you could be eating what you're supposed to eat, listening to your doctor, and listening to your dietitian, and they don't talk about this, but your body is not absorbing the nutrients, or your B12 is not being absorbed, and you've got pernicious anemia. You have all these different things, and so this is all I want to do. Disclosure, like, talk to your healthcare practitioner. The title I thought about, I always think of the week as the weekend. A few days ago was, raw food doctor, going on a 3-year anniversary. So I added those 2 products, the amino acids and that, because they might not be raw. I do not take supplements. I would like to, but I can't tolerate. My body doesn't tolerate stuff, including the outer edge. If I had an extra non-alcoholic, there's certain medicine I used to take. I wondered if I could just drop or bottle it. But I've been so sick the last 3 or 4 times I took supplements. I was up all night. I failed a test after puke in my guts. Like, it was really bad. And one of the times I had these mushrooms at this one place, where I had it twice at this one store. It was from New Seasons, the white button mushrooms, the cheapest ones. I got like severe issues. So I'm really scared of mushrooms. I don't know if I got it twice in the same place. I used to eat mushrooms like crazy. Raw mushrooms are hard to tolerate though, but it might be that my system is really sensitive. So what I just wanted to make a video about is, oh, sorry, my phone is like going crazy right now. Oh, it's because my phone is like broken. So I have this where I'm, I'm going to start crying. I'm sorry. This is really hard. I'm really hungry, and I'm not doing my billing, and something tells me to do 2 more billings for this week. I have another one to do. So I'm going to point you guys up. I have a pen that doesn't work. I have about an hour, but I wanted to get in the shower before anyone else does. Pen doesn't work. Somebody gave this to me. Yesterday was 12/7/17, and it was Thursday. So I have and then I gotta look up a code, because I should have my simple billing sheet here. And then I gotta look up some ICD-9 codes. Is this, I have a, like, there's a generic one. I have a specific billing page. So the more that I think, come on, another month, things are going to get better, then I start to get hungry, and then I start to get, like, where I'm not able to literally, like, get done what I need to get done. And then I do all this patient care, and I get denied the payment, and I've sent people to imaging and lab. I actually still need to send some people to imaging and lab. I sent people to medication, and I didn't get a penny. And all of those agencies, I've helped people go to dentists, helped people go to braces. All those people are getting thousands of dollars for that patient, but the person who's coordinating, it's like the flower in the middle. Everybody who's the petal is getting their money, whether it's $100, whether it's $50 for medication, whether it's $2,000 for braces. And I'm doing all that work and doing all those vitals and doing all that researching the dose and with medication and sending it to your pharmacy and having you do the paperwork and having you do charting and all this home visits where I have to travel outside of my clinic and outside of my house, and I'm getting it fat zero. So my raw food diet is really expensive. I made myself buy this, and I can't afford this nut butter. The nuts from Wineco were hurting my teeth last week, but I ended up going ahead and getting more nuts because you can get a bag for like less than $2, and it doesn't really last more than a day or two. But I can only afford to eat, you know, I'm looking for this, but why do I keep losing stuff? I know why I keep losing stuff. It's because I'm so tired. Let me pause you for a minute.